you were lying to cover Bibi Netanyahu's tracks. That's very strange. You were there when Bibi Netanyahu called. Andrew told me that Bibi offered to take Turning Point USA to the next level and that Charlie turned him down in the Hamptons at the dinner that you were a part of, but you don't remember that part. You say he's just calling about a letter that Charlie wrote. If nothing happened in the Hamptons that was out of the usual, why the panic? Because something did happen. Charlie told Bibi Netanyahu no. Bibi, also, Charlie had declined to have Bibi on his podcast. When Bibi went on a little PR tour, Charlie didn't want to have him on the podcast, according to Andrew.
Candace Owens wrote an open letter to Erika Kirk. And honestly, I was like, oh, is this going to be like some salacious BS? Is this going to be some drama? Well, the answer is no. The answer is Candace has yet again called Erika Kirk out on, she said, prove me wrong effectively. And she made some pretty damning allegations, okay? So let's take a look at this because as you all know, there was the story reported, rumors were circulating that Netanyahu wanted to help bring TPUSA to the next level. It's already a multi-million dollar per year organization, but Netanyahu wanted to bring it to the next level, probably $1 billion plus organization, right, per year. Now, the question has always been, how is that actually going to work? It's not like Netanyahu's going to drop the money into his account or something like that. Not going to say Netanyahu donated $1 billion or whatever to TPUSA. That would be insane. It obviously would have to be done through some sort of a conduit, right? Now, she also revealed some incredibly damning revelations regarding what exactly took place at that Hamptons meeting. Netanyahu apparently called Charlie Kirk at the Hamptons meeting, and he was making a lot of offers to Charlie Kirk, offers which he denied. Offered to have Netanyahu come on his show, denied that. Offered to come to Israel for Charlie, denied that. Offered to take TPUSA to the next level, denied that. Lots of weird stuff. Lots of weird stuff. Let's take a listen, break it down.
I now have verifiable proof in writing that Justin Strife and you lied to me. You know exactly who Pierre is. Why did Justin Strife say that he had never heard of Pierre? It's crazy.
So Justin Strife and Erika Kirk apparently lied to Candace Owens saying that they don't know this Pierre guy, this French billionaire or something like that. I don't even know what this guy's deal is, but he's some Catholic French billionaire. And Candace had asked Erika if she had ever met him or knew him. And they said, no, we don't know who that guy is. And it all plays into the story.
Hey, Justin, why would you do that? Justin, you know him, you've met with him. You've personally met with Pierre. Erika, you've met with him in the wake of Charlie's death. I have, again, verifiable proof. So you can call your lawyers. You can spend another $1 billion on PR if you want to. Tell your lawyer to call my lawyer. I mean, you guys certainly have the money to do all of these things. It's not going to wipe away the truth. Okay. The truth is that there was a deal on the table with Pierre, who, yes, is from France, born in France. And that deal was worth billions, not millions, billions, plural, billions of dollars. Just after Charlie was shot, and again, I have proof, Pierre had a phone call with Justin Strife. He also had a phone call with Mr. Don Orico of Turning Point USA down in Tampa. And you know what's really odd? Somehow this French man, Pierre, he knew that Charlie was dead before the rest of the world did. How did he know that? How did he know before I knew? Especially because he wasn't yet a donor to Turning Point USA. Why was he given so much priority? Frenchman. I'm interested. I know that after Charlie died, that deal went through. Yeah.
So she's saying that this multi-billion-dollar deal or whatever went through. Random French guy, Catholic guy, investing in this evangelical, ostensibly Zionist organization. What is the link there? Why is a random French guy investing over $1 billion allegedly in this organization in the USA? What is that? And it went through only after Charlie was unalived.
If I'm lying, this would definitely fall within the category of defamation. So, yeah, I'm all in on this one.
And also Erika, Justin Strife, they said they didn't know this Pierre.
I'm guessing, by the way, regarding this, Pierre, that this might be the reason that the White House never got back to me regarding the French Foreign Legion being involved with Charlie's assassination. Because, I don't know, there could be a French angle here. Could this be a motive? Could billions of dollars be a motive? I mean, I'll just ask them immediate questions. My question would be, why would a devout Catholic Frenchman be looking to give billions of dollars to an evangelical organization? Is that not weird? Just objectively weird? Gosh, that's a pretty big investment. Just really care about free market capitalism? What's France got to do with college campuses in America? Full stop. The answer, Erika, is nothing. Nothing. And one of the things that when I was a kid, and other GATE kids, as we've been speaking about the GATE program, when they put you in these special classes, they test you frequencies, sounds, they made us drink fluoride, all the weird stuff. But one of the things that they're especially interested in is how...
Speaking of, I was in that. I was in that shit. I don't know how, like, if that was a normal thing across America, but I never heard Candace talk about this. I must have missed an episode or a few episodes or something, but she's talking about this, like, government selection process, GATE, and how they, like, select certain kids or something like that who are excelling and then run them through these, like, government tests or something like that. She's talking about fluoride, and I don't even know. I don't even really remember. All I know is for a fact, I remember doing those tests, some of them, and I remember being in that. And I'm like, what was I put through? I don't even remember.
How quickly you can put together puzzles. I want you to know that I excelled at that. I was really good at putting together puzzles.
Yeah, I grew up in California. Was it... I don't know where Candace grew up, but I grew up in California and I had that thing.
I gotta tell you, I think the picture is starting to emerge here. I think I was right. My best guess is that it was Pierre Falcone all along of Angola Gate. We talked about it on the show. France, Israel, the United States. This time it would be Egypt rather than Angola, all working together. Maybe they were getting the band back together to traffic because, there's been a lot of trafficking that just keeps coming up in this investigation. These countries, these satellite of countries, you trying to pretend with your, what now, billions of dollars, got a PR, we can do all of this. And it was so crazy. Oh my God, a little joke about the Egyptian planes. What? Nothing to see here. This is my theory. There's a lot to see here because you were lying to cover Bibi Netanyahu's tracks. That's very strange. You were there when Bibi Netanyahu called. Andrew told me that Bibi offered to take Turning Point USA to the next level and that Charlie turned him down in the Hamptons at the dinner that you were a part of, but you don't remember that part. You say he's just calling about a letter that Charlie wrote 5 months.
So now we are learning. And by the way, I knew some people that were at that Hamptons meeting, right? Just like through social media and whatnot. And, you know, I haven't spoken to these people in years, but I was like, when I saw this and I saw the Hamptons story and I'm like, oh, who all is there? I immediately started like DMing them, texting them. Even one person I tried to call and I was getting blocked. People who I haven't spoken to in years that I saw were at this thing. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to give him a ring. Maybe, you know, Jackson's going to do his part, the little I can, and I'm going to try to get to the bottom of this, right? That didn't go so far. I got blocked, right? As soon as they saw Hamptons meeting, right? Oh boy, they didn't want to talk about that. Now we're learning that Netanyahu made a personal call into the Hamptons meeting.
Months earlier. The dinner that you thereafter allowed an army of influencers to claim never actually happened, but you were there. Oh, I was there every step of the way. None of this ever happened. Nobody wanted to address Bibi calling. Nobody made any statements about that. Full-blown psyop, psychological operation. Truly, everything that you guys did, not only was it cruel, but I think the real motivation was you just thought you could psychologically break me. Because that's what this whole thing has been. It's been one big psyop. Very well funded because there's a lot of money on the line. If nothing happened in the Hamptons that was out of the usual, why the panic? Because something did happen. Charlie told Bibi Netanyahu no. Bibi, also, Charlie had declined to have Bibi on his podcast. When Bibi went on a little PR tour, Charlie didn't want to have him on the podcast, according to Andrew. So Charlie seems pretty done with Israel, right? Don't want to have on the prime minister of Israel. But the obvious question here at the media is not interested in, but I certainly am, is in exchange for what, right? In exchange for what was Bibi Netanyahu going to take Turning Point USA to the next level? In exchange for what? And also, how was he planning to get that money into the company? Turning Point was already worth $100 million. Building $100 million annually. What does the next level mean? It sounds like it would have to be billions. Via whom? My guess is Pierre. Erika. I think that there's a reason Pierre knew that Charlie was dead first. I think there's a reason he was a priority.
Yeah, that was the other crazy thing. Apparently, Pierre was like the first person that was notified that Charlie died. He was notified before any of the media, the public, anyone else. Pierre was the first person that was called. This guy who, like, they said they didn't know. Erika said she didn't know. Yeah, I think this is all beginning to add up. I think Candace is getting to the bottom of this. She is not going to let this go because now the lies, the little lies, the weird lies, the lies that didn't make sense, they have turned into absolutely massive billion-dollar plus probably lies. There's no getting away from this one. You may as well. Erika Kirk. Here's my letter to Erika Kirk. Erika Kirk, you may as well just come out and tell the truth. Because whether it's today or 5 months from now or years from now, I guarantee you that Candace is not going to let this go. She is going to get to the bottom of this. And if not her, there's a whole army of people online who will not stop digging. So maybe you should just come out and tell the truth. You should just be honest with people. Because maybe, this is like a Nixon Watergate thing and you're trying to cover up something that didn't happen. People are looking in the wrong place and you're trying to cover for other people. But in doing so, you look like the suspect. You look like the villain. So maybe you just come out and be honest, right? I'm sure there's a ton of pressure on her not to tell the truth about whatever happened and whatever was going on with all this money. But it would not only be the right thing to do, it would also quell, I'm sure, a lot of the rumors, or it is going to vindicate people. And for that, you should be honest. If the rumors are true, if the speculation is true, if the tinfoil hat wearers are correct, then yeah, of course you should come out and tell the truth, right? So that's my message to Erika Kirk. Stop hiding. Stop with these Barry Weiss Mossad press tours and tell us what actually happened, because you told a lot of BS, you told a lot of stories, but none of them really add up at this point. Before you leave, I want to say thank you for the support, because after 2 years of being banned, we are finally back home on YouTube. So be sure to subscribe to our channel and also join as a member on our channel using the link at the top of the description. I rely on the generous support of viewers like yourself to get the truth out to as many people as possible. You can also support the show on Locals or Give Sin Go. The mainstream media and the powers that be are never going to stop attacking us for bringing the truth to as many people as we do. Thank you so much for your support.